7:00. Yeah, I just went and turned mine off.
Six o'clock, and we'll open the meeting
yeah.
by asking Cruz Mata to give us a word of prayer for opening this meeting.
For those who are in agreement, let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us to this day. Thank you for your continued blessings and giving us another day to walk in your purpose. I place this meeting in your hands and ask that you guide the decisions being made. Help us stay focused on what truly matters and not be distracted by fear or negativity. Open doors that need to be opened and close those that are meant for harm. Give the board wisdom in every decision that they make to advance and enhance SWTX. I trust and believe that you're already working behind the scenes, aligning the right people, opportunities, and outcomes for all who are connected to this great institution. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. We'll call the meeting to order. First item of business is to recognize our guests. Jose Almaraz, Carlos Lopez, Luis Perez, Naya Ramirez, Elma Herrera, Derek Sandoval, Damasio Sanchez, Aubrey Haynes, Cruz Mata, Wade Carpenter, Ishmael Martinez, Daniel Martinez, Vanessa Villarreal, Lisa Hermes, April Ruman, Al Salinas, Judy Estrada, Soraya Ariano Sanchez, Roxana Lejan, Michael Bailey, J.A. Perez, Mark Underwood, Brenda Hoffman, Chuck Garabedian, Sarah A. Martinez. Have I missed anybody? If so, stand up and introduce yourself. Welcome. Do we have an audience to patrons?
None, sir.
No patrons. We'll begin with reports. We're going to reverse the order, have the dual credit programs come first.
Good evening, Dr. Watkins, Dr. Gonzalez, and Board of Trustees. Thank you for the opportunity to share the work and impact of the dual credit program. My name is Savannah Martinez, and I am proud to serve as the Director of Dual Credit Programs. I'd like to begin and ground our conversation with our department's central goal. Our mission statement our mission is to provide meaningful educational opportunities for high school students and expand access to college and career pathways. With our mission in mind, I'd now like to take a moment to recognize the outstanding team that brings this work to life. We sat in the back, so everyone. Ms. Thelma Herrera, Dual Credit Program and Professional Development Assistant. Thelma plays an essential role in ensuring our team remains organized and operates efficiently. Thank you, Ms. Herrera, for your dedication. Ms. Anaí Ramirez, Dual Credit Coordinator. She consistently takes initiative, demonstrates advanced proficiency in technology and softwares, and is committed to continuous growth. Your hard work is appreciated. Thank you, Ms. Ramirez. Mr. Damasio Sanchez, Dual Credit Coordinator, who has been with Southwest Texas College for 13 years now, and he brings positive energy. It uplifts those around him and encourages others. Your continued commitment to SWTX is greatly appreciated, Mr. Sanchez. The strength of our program is rooted in the dedication of our team. This visual provides a 10,000-foot aerial view of dual credit operations. Each partnership begins with an MOU and program sequence. We then work with division chairs to align course offerings and coordinate student onboarding with admissions, success coaches, and high schools submit rosters to our team who completes registration every semester. On the next slide, you'll see that we support a college-going culture through the multiple options. This includes transfer coursework for juniors and seniors, technical programs, early college high schools, and P-TECH partnerships. We also have our academy programs, and they all allow students to earn an associate degree. Our next slide highlights our district partners. So dual credit opportunities are made possible through strong partnerships across our 24 districts. We have 33 high schools, which are supported by 99 qualified dual credit faculty. These dual credit faculty are ISD staff members who were evaluated and qualified to teach based on Southern Association of Colleges and School and Commission Colleges, or SACSCOC for short. You will notice we have some new partners that have joined us this year, San Vicente ISD and Teloso Midway ISD. Here is just some numbers of our partnership profile. So across our region, we serve 24 districts, which includes the 21 traditional high schools, 5 early colleges, 4 PTECs, 4 early college academies. Out of the 24 school districts, we have 18 who offer some type of technical program. Those can range from offering one program to offering multiple programs. Some of them offer up to 8 technical programs. And we also service 6 homeschool students. Our high school liaisons serve as the primary point of contact for districts supporting enrollment, coordination, and implementation. Each district is also supported by a success coach who monitors student progress and helps keep students on track for completion and graduation. We use a 3-tier strategy that aligns district leadership, campus staff, to ensure clear communication and consistent implementation. Together, these efforts and activities expand access and support students in successfully entering, persisting, and completing programs. On the next slide is a snapshot of our dual credit impact and enrollment trends. At a glance, dual credit students represented 46% of the enrollment at Southwest Texas College during the fall 2025 semester. And currently they represent 47% of the spring 2026 enrollment. Dual credit awards have steadily increased since the 2022-2023 academic year, growing from 276 to 556. The increase of approximately 101%. This growth reflects intentional planning and strong collaboration with our district partners. This increase represents a return on investment made 3 to 4 years ago. So most of our dual credit programs run in 3 or 4 year cycles. What you're seeing is cohorts of students completing from starting back in 2022, 2023. The next slide highlights a breakdown of awards earned by certificates and 2-year degrees awarded. And these are some innovations for our department. Under staff refocus, we are realigning staffing by adding a coordinator position and redistributing liaison support to improve balance in campus responsiveness. We are very excited about this. Through balance, through digital access, we are expanding communication and accessibility with tools like the student bulletin, parent hub, and dynamic forms. Our long-term goals focus on building clear, sustainable pathways through structured menus and crosswalks. The partner zone model strengthens regional engagement through an 8-zone structure that enhances local partnership and awareness. Together, these efforts build stronger systems for long-term growth and student success. I did include a map of our partner zones that were created. So there's different zones. There's a total of 8, and they were created to support our dual credit efforts and bring awareness to the region. And up on the right-hand side, you can see the zone team composition comprised of administrators, success coaches, directors, admission staff, student outreach. And the following couple of slides highlight photos of our dual credit team in action. Here we are at some Applied Texas sessions, parent meetings, orientations, and college fairs. And lastly, I'd like to share that today marked our second annual NC3 National Signing Day event. It is a synchronized event held in Eagle Pass, Uvalde, and Del Rio campuses. NC3 stands for the National Coalition of Certification Centers. It is a national network that provides industry-recognized certifications for career and technical education students. We are proud to have received, and Ms. Anaí has the proclamation, but we are proud to have received a formal proclamation from the state Texas representative, Don McLaughlin, who also served as the event's distinguished speaker. The NC3 event highlights our students' transition into high-demand careers in higher education. The event was made possible by the dedication of many staff members across the institution, and we are incredibly proud of our students and families who choose us and trust us to provide high-quality education and support. So I've got a couple more pictures. I believe that was it. Questions? And Ms. Anaí has the, we have the proclamation.
Are all the dual credits getting transferred okay? I know at one time there's no problem for the transfer.
No, ma'am. All of our,
Thank
the
you.
42 core courses do transfer to any public, state, or university in the state of Texas.
Okay.
Sorry, I meant to say college. I said state.
I did have someone going to UT.
Mhm.
And I told him I thought it'd be fine.
Yep.
We've
Yeah.
never had any problems.
Thank you. Any other questions?
I have a
Thank
question.
you.
How
Yes,
did
sir.
we end up with, in Brewster County and, in Nueces County? Why-
So with San Vicente ISD, we used to work with the superintendent there. Her name is Jessica Milam. Dr. Jessica Milam was a counselor over at Utopia ISD, and she remembered us and reached out to me, and we became partners.
What size school is that?
It's a very small school. It is the smallest district in the state of Texas and primarily serves students for employees of the park there, which is Big Bend National Park.
How many students do we have in Nueces County?
In Nueces County, we currently have 3 students.
How many?
3.
And the Tolosa Midway one, the Corpus one.
Oh, and the
Those are
Corpus
coming
one.
next
Okay.
in the fall.
Yes, they'll be starting fall 2026, and we are planning to implement a business administration of applied science program. And they will begin with 30 students at least. Again, they run in 4-year cycles, so we'll have 120 students from Tolosa Midway. And they reached out to us to finish the question. They heard great things about us, and they reached out to us for a
They have
partnership.
Del Mar there in Corpus.
Yes, we are their 4th partner. They currently partner with Del Mar, Coastal Bend, and Texas A&M.
And how do the homeschool programs work with dual credit? Is that individual kids at home?
Yes, sir. There's individual kids. We have some families that have multiple students, and it works the same. We put together an MOU. They get a pathway. They visit with success coaches. We do the intake process, registration. Everything is the same.
What's a P-TECH high school? What is it?
It's a Pathways in Technology Early College High School. It's a type of early college that focuses primarily on technical education.
And one last question is, how do you guys, there's 3 staff members here, how do you guys determine who gets what schools?
That's a great question. So I've worked in dual credit now for 11 years. So we have, and Mr. Sanchez, I mentioned he's been in dual credit for about 12 years now, right? And so he's worked with some of those for all 12 years. And half of those were mine, and we just kind of split them up. It depends too on the type of support and assistance they need, and that can determine who their coordinator is.
Question.
Yes, sir.
How are you guys working with the Uvalde ISD? Because I had heard sort of grumblings that there was some disagreement about things. Have y'all smoothed over any, I guess, what's the word?
Issues.
Disagreements, or have y'all addressed that? Or
I wouldn't say there was a disagreement, just they were seeking clarity on crosswalk alignment. So how we crosswalk college courses with high school courses. And just there was just some clarity needed. As far as I know, I have a meeting with them on Monday, and we will sit down and plan the MOU, and we're ready to go for.
What is it? What is crosswalking mean?
Crosswalking means just showing the equivalency of courses. So to be considered a dual credit student, students have to show that they're in fact receiving dual credit. So they have to receive high school credit and a college credit. And so the crosswalk essentially is just a document that shows the crosswalk of that, or the translation equivalency of that.
Okay. And then to what she was saying earlier about the credits transferring, I had heard sort of anecdotally people complaining that some credits didn't count. But as I understand it, the core classes are sort of universal classes that everybody takes around the state, and
Correct.
They're all going to apply.
Yes. And the state has pushed the Texas Direct Initiative too, which includes fields of study. So we've adopted some field of studies, I don't know, back 2 years ago. And our high schools have also adopted fields of study. And the state of Texas has implemented that to ensure that students are transferring their coursework in the state of Texas, and that's being accepted equally.
Yeah, I think one of the issues that could have caused some misunderstanding is there's a difference, because I know it happened to me, of course, a long time ago, is that some universities will require certain classes for the major to be taken at their university, right? And so maybe you're trying to transfer a class that it would otherwise count, but if the university says, we need to take this class here because it's part of your major, that might be one of the areas of like that it might not transfer. But it's not that we don't meet their standard, it's just the university with respect to a specific degree plan may have that requirement. Is that maybe where some of that has come from?
We see that a lot in the STEM fields. So your maths and sciences, universities are very particular in the level. They want a certain, stats or a certain biology. And so you do see that a lot in the STEM fields. Of course, our technical programs, any of the courses embedded in technical programs do not transfer.
No, but I think what she was referring to is there's been some sort of speak about that. And is that what you attribute maybe where this rumor is coming from, that the classes aren't all transferring?
Maybe, yeah.
That's probably like 5-6 years old, that those issues with transfer. And I know the legislature and the coordinating board have gone to great lengths to address that issue of transferability with the core and also with the field of study. That with the exception of the STEMs, as Samantha said, with calculus, specific biology or chemistry, out of a 60-hour degree program, 54 hours should transfer without question.
Yeah, I had one class out of So I think the concerns are unfounded, but I'm just trying to maybe so people understand if a class doesn't count, it's not that our standard doesn't meet the standard universally around the state. It's just maybe they want you to take a math class at their university because it's part of the degree plan or something.
Right. They might be in like a specialized program where we see that most often.
As far as Uvalde, we had a good conversation with the superintendent. We had a meeting 2 weeks ago and discussed, the dual credit and kind of what his plans are going forward. I think the issue as far as the welding and the ag, that got I guess, resolved on his end. And we talk about other opportunities, specifically in the tech side, that they could attempt. So he's trying to get his bearings on what he's got internally, and then we'll proceed from there. But it was a very good conversation, and he's, he understands the value of that partnership. So you should have an easier go on Monday.
Open and
Thank
jinx
you. No. I think we're good to go. Any other questions?
One of the things on that particular issue that, is, it goes back to that crosswalk and the high school course and the college course, and what do they align, what do they have in common? And a lot of the districts, the way they're able to really capitalize on the tech programs and on their side for accountability is when they have their own internal faculty. Because if we can credential their faculty, then in this example, they would teach the welding portion for us. When they're not teaching welding, they could cover the ag components for them, and thus cover both courses where they don't cross and meet that. When it's our faculty, and this is what happened, they lost their faculty member mid-year. So we sent one of our welding instructors to cover the welding portion, which was not an issue, but he wasn't credentialed to, and we weren't contracted to cover the ag portion of that course combination. So that's where I don't say the rub was, but that's where the issue was, is, the replacement faculty that we sent doesn't have the ag, but it was their own faculty, so.
So with, and maybe this isn't a question to ask you, but so when a high school instructor is teaching a class and that's going to receive dual college credit, the curriculum, is it set by the in this case, the instructor that works at the ISD, or do we provide the curriculum that they have to teach? The reason I ask that is because for some kids take what are called AP classes. Could it overlap such that the college credit also provides some of the instruction for kids that want to do AP classes?
So the curriculum is our curriculum for the college portion. Does that overlap with AP? I'm not sure. April, I mean, I don't know.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
That seems like that would be the
doesn't.
biggest competition, right? For
Yeah.
some kids want to take an AP test, but then they're like, well, I'd like to get college credit. I'm just curious if you know the answer to that.
Generally, the drivers to that are the high school faculty that teaches the AP is not credentialed to teach the college level, and that's where
It's the same subject matter, right?
technically,
You're just not teaching to the test. Maybe the AP class is teaching to the test.
perhaps, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Savannah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next on our list, we'll have the Computer Information Systems Report.
Good evening, members of the board, Dr. Gonzalez, Dr. Watkins. My name is Carlos Lopez, the division chair for the Applied Science, the bed side of the house. And here's our program coordinator, Mr. Luis Perez, who's in charge of our Computer Information Systems program. We will be presenting our presentation on the Computer Information Systems Associate of Applied Science degree. Just forgot my button. Some of the areas we're going to cover tonight are program description, sites where we teach the current program, some of the wages certain levels of graduates can expect to earn, some of the industry-based certificates that we're targeting, which you see here as CompTIA, the A+ certs, areas that we're looking to promote student engagement, and some of our success stories. The Computer Information Systems program provides training for students interested in hardware, networking, and software aspects of information technologies and systems. The curriculum paves the way to attain certifications such as A+, CCNA, and Microsoft Active Directory. Students are encouraged to find ways to actively engage in activities that promote ongoing learning on their own. The IT field is very dynamic, and the only constant is change. With what's going on constantly in that industry. This is the way our program's broken up. First year, fall semester is basically the foundation of introducing computer systems to our students. A lot of these students haven't been exposed to this or have been wanting to learn on it, but most of our course structure here, most of our class structure is the beginning coursework in this particular field. Here's the one for spring, first year also. What we're trying to do on this one also, currently we're trying to embed one of the CompTIA certs into the first year, which we're gonna be constantly trying to, coach our students to promote them to take these IBCs as they progress through the program, which gives them that much more of a hireability aspect as they progress through their careers or as they graduate from school. Here's a fall semester, and this is where the curriculum starts increasing in difficulty. And again, our goal is to also embed CompTIA and some CCNA certs into this. Again, with the goal of providing our students in the computer field, in the IT field, one of the big items that makes students marketable is these certifications. It's that cherry on top, in addition to our degree plan that a lot of these employers are looking for. Second year. And also, as you see, this is an applied science degree, so we do have a core curriculum that's embedded within the degree plan sequence on here. Occupational skills awards. Also, one of the areas that we have is for a funding opportunity for our institution is our OSAs here. Last year on the help desk OSA, we were able to achieve 14 OSAs on there. None on the occupational skill awards for the CompTIA, but on the computer science systems we had 2. So it was a total of 16 OSAs that were directly attributed to it. The program has currently approximately about 22 students within the first year and second year on there. Areas where we teach this, right? Luckily, it's the IT field, so technology enables us the opportunity to be able to teach across our service area. Areas where we teach dual credit in Crystal City, we have offerings, Del Rio, Eagle Pass, Hondo, and Uvalde. Here's some of the wage, some of these different fields within the CIS field can expect to earn.
Not bad.
And again, it gets that much more and had some more certificates that you have also that enable you to be that more credentialed in those areas. The CompTIA cert, this is one of the main focuses that we're looking at, especially in year 1. This is here he makes an explanation on the beginner novice. It's again an introduction to it. The basic A+ cert right off the bat, somewhere in the vicinity of about $19 to $20 is what we can expect. This is at the beginning level certs. This is something we're trying to do to achieve our students that particular first year. Some of the areas that we need to look at in regards to making sure these certs are more achievable, right, is not necessarily assigning them directly to a particular course that particular year, right? If we work with the students over the course of the semester, and Mr. Perez is right now constantly having Zoom meetings with the students, tutoring off his regular teaching schedule, tutoring these students in methods and techniques to help pass these certs is what we'll see continuously improve students achieving those certifications. So one of the areas where Mr. Perez has taken some training is ACU, the Association of College and Universities, which provides different training for educators in regards to making certain teaching methodologies, right, more understandable to students who might think differently or might understand differently. So he's been doing that to improve his own skills within his instructor occupation. One of the areas too here is helping promote student engagement. We're able to get a Cisco router which the students were able to mess around with. You want to explain a little bit on that one, please, with the student?
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody that actually says yes. Okay, for me, I was able to get that equipment. It is actually helping me so much. Work with the students, and that screenshot basically is a student, working with a router, and basically the student asked the question, "What can I do?" And I said, "Whatever you want." And he actually gave me, that little pack-back game. So it's the student, doing something, having the opportunity to decompress and doing their work, okay? But again, okay, thank you for allowing me, okay, to have the equipment. Thank you.
These particular students, computer information students, wow, they're way above my thought process, but they do some amazing things. So, some keys to engaging with students, right? Engaging with students in the future can rest on the strategy of personalizing the class and as much possible from the point of view of the curriculum pace. Again, with some of the certs that we're trying to achieve, and we're trying to embed them in certain courses, is not just assign them to that particular course, but work on them throughout the duration of the semester. Although it is desirable to have a unified experience at all levels, a better way to accommodate their learning pace has to be found, right? These are difficult courses. These are difficult certs, right? So we have to try to have an environment where we can trigger that, though. We can trigger that learning. The CIS program in particular has an advantage, a package of networking equipment, plus a small server can be put together so students can do work from home. So one of the cool things that Mr. Pettis is putting together is a take-home mini lab. That's, if you've seen computers nowadays, desktop now, the tower is probably the size of my hand now, which is really cool. You can. So we're trying to put together something for the students that when they leave our particular laboratory areas, they can still function effectively at home, still learning the same concepts, still trying to promote that student success. So that's one of the things we're working on too with them. Here was a server, right, Luis, that was donated to the students, and the students get to mess around with it a little bit. You want to talk about the server?
Yes, in this case, a former student went ahead and donated a server, and that gave me the opportunity to just turn around and give it to another student so they can just work with it. And this particular student, Steven Garcia, he just flew with it. I was actually thinking of having him, present that, but he really can go really deep. So I said, no, I better just show pictures and just keep it light. So.
Keep it light.
And here is our latest and greatest CompTIA A+ success story right now, Mr. Miguel Herrera. Again, one of the main things that we're trying to do is making sure that our students achieve these milestones. So we'll be working on that, and hopefully in next program presentation, we can offer you much more in success stories like that too. So appreciate your time. Is there any questions? No? Okay.
Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Thank you, Luis.
Next on our agenda, we have a construction update.
Sure.
Good evening, Dr. Watkins, Dr. Gonzalez, board members. This is our April construction report. We'll start in both our Eagle Pass and Del Rio campuses. So in our Eagle Pass campus, we'll go over some slides. One is a little bit more advanced than the other, but the one in Del Rio is catching up quick. So you'll see from the slides. So this one here is our classroom. Our classroom already has all the data drops and electrical drops. It's been sheetrocked all the way in. Our suspended ceiling has its grid ready to go. Past inspection, so they're quick in sheetrocking that on the inside. All the conduit was run. There was a couple of hiccups. We just had some oversights on our positioning of our location for our printer. So we're getting better. We're working on that. So the outside of the classrooms, and it's all sheetrock, but there's a skirting of tin where whether fluids or they're moving equipment, it won't dig into the sheetrock. It'll be protected by this tin that goes all around the classrooms on the outside. On this picture here, we waited on AEP to pass the inspection to run the pad mount transformer pad. That was approved and it was poured. So as of this afternoon, it already has its concrete pad there. We're waiting on AEP to connect their services and bring their pad mount transformer. From this slide here, you'll see that some of the air reels and electric reels that are hanging from our ceiling. Now you'll see that they're hanging way up there, but they'll be adjusted for them to be, at the level at the workstation where they can reach up at 6 feet and be able to, whether they need air or anything electrical off the reels. That way, no cords will be in the labs where they get either damaged or run over or any trip hazards.
Al, can you back up? Are they putting anything under that ceiling insulation, or is it?
That insulation, if you'll see, it'll have, it's got grids, those little bands are front, they go from rafter to rafter going across, and that's what holds it there.
Okay.
Others have used the old chicken wire to kind of hold it. They've done away with that because of moisture and stuff. So these are stainless straps, and they'll start on one end, and it'll hold it. So what they do when they're putting the galvalume or the roof, they lay it from the top onto these stainless straps. So the straps are screwed onto the rafters. It's a little different design that what we're used to seeing, but that's what's new in the market. In our Del Rio, we have some tin already in the outside. It has been it has gone all the way around the building. And this picture here, on my visit this week, they were starting on the roof. They got rain, so they were delayed the last couple of days. They did work this afternoon, a little bit yesterday morning, but they were able to cover enough of the roof, anticipating the rain, that it covered our insulation where it didn't get wet, even though they do come wrapped in plastic where they were able to protect themselves. So they kind of at least got the first 20% of the roof done right before the rain. They've completed, this area here is a fenced area where it'll be for deliveries for both welding and carpentry science. So it's an area 80 feet to the back and all the way the length of the building. So it'll have its own gates. That way, just trying to make sure nobody comes to the back of the building and stuff will get lost. So hopefully it'll stay safe in that back area. Some of the frame, this is a storefront frame. It was put in beforehand with no glass, but just to make sure that everything is plumb and square as they start putting their metal. So that was done 3 days prior for them starting their exterior tin. And our power line program started on Monday at that site. Questions?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Next on our agenda, to accept the consent of the minutes for the March 26th board meeting and for the financial statement. Do I hear a motion?
I move we approve the consent agenda. Is that,
Do I hear a second?
second?
Motion made and seconded to accept the consent agenda. All in favor, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed? Motion's passed. President's report.
Yes, sir. Item number 6 in your board packet. Further down the agenda, we have recommendation for approval on the architects. As I've shared in the past, some of our projects they're lagging, so we thought it'd be best to go out and get additional architects approved. So we have 2 very qualified firms that we're gonna ask for the board to consider approving them. And then we have catalog and faculty handbook changes. Included in your packet was the board self-eval. If you have it, you can leave it here or mail it back to us. We'll compile those results and have them available for the board at the May board meeting. I'm going to skip over the construction. Al gave us that report. I've been traveling back and forth to Carrizo and Cotulla. Met with both school districts that had presentations at their board meetings. I was at Carrizo City Council on Tuesday, and Monday I will be in Carrizo for their Dimmitt County Commissioners Court, and then the following Monday I'll be at the LaSalle County Commissioners Court. They didn't make that 13th deadline, so it'll be the 27th. So far, a lot of positive response from both communities. They're very excited about the opportunity to have a technical campus in their community. And, you know, knock on wood, you know, everything is working really great. They're all very excited for that opportunity. Our academic team's been working with the UT School of Public Health. One of the most recent conversation centered on their Master of Public Health. They have some scholarship money available through the Kate Marmion Foundation to help fund the tuition for any of those students from our region that would be interested in attending and acquiring a Master in Public Health. So we continue to partner with UT School and look for additional opportunities. They've been very helpful and beneficial. They've been down, you know, 3 or 4 times, April, at least. Also, there's a note there that I met with Dr. Juan Hinojosa, the superintendent for Uvalde, and, you know, we talked about additional opportunities for specifically technical dual credit. And we continue to work with the legislative, for the upcoming legislative session, and we're getting close on some, you know, the revenue subcommittee that I'm chairing on having some of that work, hopefully by the end of April. Just short and sweet. We have the Dean's Breakfast on May the 1st. Y'all are welcome to attend. That's our informal light celebration. It's not, we're not presenting anything professional development. We're recognizing years of service and outstanding faculty, outstanding staff awards. And that'll be May the 1st. And that's really all I have, Dr. Watkins.
Dr. Gonzalez,
Yes, sir.
quick question on the UT Public Health Masters, the MPH program. What's our contribution to that? And
No.
be like the PhD program we still have? Do we
No.
still have that program or not?
I don't know that there's another cohort out of the UTSA doctoral program right now. Do you all know? There's not, right? No, so this is, we're just raising awareness. We really don't have a contribution per se. The program is online. So we're just spreading the word that it's available, and they're trying to make use of the Kate Marmion money that they got by offering scholarships. So we're trying to make people in our region aware that that opportunity is there should they want to go through the MPH program.
So basically is that, other than us recommending and funneling students there, that's pretty much it?
At this
Not
point,
like
correct.
the other one that we had a classroom and all that stuff?
Correct. Now, we're working with them on multiple fronts. So, you know, Ms. Ruman is working with them on, you know, some potential opportunities for the, in the nursing program. But we're still talking about that and how they can best assist us in those allied health programs. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for that report. Next, we have the self-evaluation. It's in your packet. I think you fill that out and mail it in.
Mail it in or drop it off, and we'll compile those and have them for the board to review at the next board meeting.
Next, we have the consider an act on RFQ architectural firms.
Yeah, so the RFQ is a request for qualifications, similar to an RFP request for performance, but Mr. Sandoval will present the results of the RFQ process.
Good evening, Dr. Watkins, Dr. Gonzalez, and board members. Prior to our recommendation, I'd like to share with you the process of how we arrived at our recommendation. An RFQ for architects was sent out February 27th of this year with a deadline of April the 2nd. Southwest Texas College received 9 submissions from the Austin and San Antonio area. A committee was formed with Facilities Superintendent Al Salinas, Division Chair Carlos Lopez. A non-voting member was our purchasing agent, Dana Garza, and myself. The committee also established a rubric for scoring and judging our architects, and that was included in your packet. The following categories were established while grading the submissions. One was location, proximity, professional experience, diversity of experience, academia design and construction, laboratory design and construction, project team composition, project financial size, large and small. And finally, we chose a firm that we thought would meet our institutional needs and was just a strong fit for Southwest Texas College. At this time, I'd ask Carlos Lopez, is there anything you wanted to add over the rubric?
Just quickly, one of the areas that, concerned me not concerned, but one of the criteria that I used for evaluation when we looked at this was obviously looking at a firm that would be a true owner's rep, right? Someone that looked after our interest on there. So part of the criteria is when you look at their design methodology, a lot of the firms are pretty much the same, but when you start looking at some of their staffing professionalism, you want those firms that have true construction teams within their own organization that can help bridge those gaps. Sometimes firms don't have that connection, which sometimes can be detrimental to the relationship with ownership. So that's the focus. Have someone that can truly represent, be an owner's rep. So.
And I'll just add, so we've approved the RFP submission for elevators. Our current architect has yet to provide us a detailed blueprint to be able to issue that RFP. So one of the first projects with one of these new firms is going to be to get that elevator blueprint work done. At the same time, start working on the Crystal City workforce training program and the allied health lab expansion program. So I don't know what the issue is, but it's been slow getting those documents back, and we can't put it out for bid until we have a complete set of documents that they can base their bid upon.
Basically, you've been ignored by our present architect.
Yeah.
That's what it amounts to.
Determines.
I think it's going to go away by itself.
The what?
The plan for the elevators.
But we're going to assign it to one of these architect firms.
Okay, but the present architect has just ignored it.
We've gotten layouts and renditions of what it would look like, but no blueprints, no construction documents that a company can say, okay, this is what it calls for. I mean, in essence, he provided us a picture of the library with a block on the outside, but no details of how you build that block and how it's going to be constructed, where they need power, where they need hydraulics, etc.
They've just ignored us.
It's incomplete.
Ignored.
Okay.
Do we need a motion to accept these two candidates for being our new?
Yes, sir. And we're recommending two, a primary and a backup, just so we don't have this issue going forward.
I'll make a motion, we accept the recommendation.
Motion been made. Do we need a second?
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded to accept the two architectural firms. All in favor, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed?
Who is going to determine who is the primary and the alternate?
The primary is O'Connell Robertson.
The primary?
There's O'Connell Robertson, and the secondary would be Alta. So if for any
Alta
reason,
is the alternate?
the secondary, So if for any reason O'Connell cannot get to a project, then we'll go to Alta.
I like the
Do they have a time
architectural
frame?
designs from Alta better than the other one. The other one is too modern.
Too modern?
Yeah. And like regional.
Oh, I
Do
like
they have a time frame when we're going to accept some kind of information? Or do we just sit and wait?
No, so the first step is to get them approved, and then the second step is, we're going to reach out to them and say, look, here's what we want, get after it.
But when we say, tell them to get after it, do they have a time frame?
We haven't gotten that far because we need to get them approved first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're now approved, so now it's a matter of getting them in line and start moving.
Yes, sir. And
Mhm.
architects, they will design the building as we request. So one of the things that we've done in the past, and we did this when we had Farrell Brown, is when we designed the building, we want it to be in line, to be aesthetically pleasing with our current campus. So when we build here, one of the first things they do is they look at all the other buildings here, and they're not going to build something that, sticks out. You notice all of our buildings in Del Rio and Eagle Pass have that tile, Spanish tile composition, and that's what John Graves did back then. Look at that, and so they each have their own little feel, and we wouldn't build something that's out of place. Thinking ahead, if we get to the point where LaSalle and Dimmitt join our district, then we would do the same thing over there, is look at the design of their high school buildings, of the buildings within their community, and try to incorporate some of that into the design. So either firm is going to be able to do that with our guidance, of course.
Thank you.
So we've accepted the two firms. Now we need to consider an act on the,
You already voted.
what?
They voted.
Okay, so we accepted those two.
Yes, sir.
So now we just move on to the next item on the agenda, is to consider an act on the 2026-27 catalog.
Yes, sir. That's item number 9. Ms. Ruman?
Hi, thank you. I believe you have a a paper that has the changes listed by page number. And then I think there might be a couple of big packets out there that you could look at. They're pretty hefty. The most I'd like to say about the catalog changes are that, this is a lot of work from the entire college. So we have a curriculum committee that meets on a monthly basis. And inside of that curriculum committee is a composition of administrators, staff, faculty, program coordinators, leads, people that are looking at the interest of looking at what's best for our students and our programs. So a lot of what you see in the changes are changes that are either influenced, say, by our advisory boards that have said, we'd like to see this added to your program, or it might be some type of licensing or standards that are changes that are added. And so I just really want to applaud the effort of the entire institution for making the recommendations and the changes that occur to this catalog. I'm happy to go over any that you would like to. Again, you have the updated list, and it's pretty extensive.
Do we need a motion?
Sure.
Can I have a motion to accept the 26-27 catalog changes?
Also move.
A second?
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded to accept the catalog changes for the 26-27 year. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carried. Next on the agenda is the consider an act on 26-27 faculty handbook changes.
Ms. Ruman?
Yes. So again, you should have the handbook changes with the list of the pages. And this year I actually just left the draft version. So if you were thumbing through, you could see the strikeouts and the corrections. Again, it's a culmination of many different members of the college that contribute to the faculty handbook. We have faculty that will write in and say, hey, can we look at this? We have different job descriptions. We have a lot of just updates that we add. Sometimes it's simple things like just changes in title, changes in personnel, and then others, it's just more influence over the college. One of the areas that you'll see a lot in this one is links to websites that we had to update and correct, and then a lot of just personnel changes. I can go over any that you'd like to go over or answer any questions.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded.
I'll second
There a
it.
second?
Yes, sir. Second.
I didn't understand. Motion been made and seconded to accept the changes in the faculty handbook for 26-27. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carried. Consider an act on dual credit memorandum of understanding.
Yes, sir. This is number 11, and Mr. Garabedian will present it to us. This is the boilerplate. It's not for a specific one, but will be for all of them.
Good evening, Dr.
The
Watkins,
memo.
Dr. Gonzalez, members of the Board of Trustees. You should have in your packet the 2026-2027 Dual Credit Partnership Agreement and the 2026-2027 Early College High School Memorandum of Understanding. For simplicity's sake, there's just a couple of areas that are highlighted, not real significant, but they are just some changes for clarity with our school district partners, and those changes are informed by the meetings that we have and from college offices as well.
I got to reading through there, number B11. It says that bacterial meningitis immunization's got to have proof. Is that required?
Yes, sir, if they come on campus.
Wasn't there something in the Supreme Court recently that said that these immunizations should be at the discretion of the parents?
I believe there is an opt-out, yes.
What was the question? I didn't hear that.
The meningitis shot, the requirement. So that's a state requirement for students that come on campus, but there is a waiver for them to opt out of it if they so choose.
But they have to
Fill it out.
challenge the thing themselves.
Yes, they have to fill out and that they're waiving themselves off of it.
but they can opt out.
They can opt out, yes.
Are the changes just in the wording or legal, or like the state requires?
On the change, there's three of them. One of them is to be clear about the Pathways Initiative that will start this year with 3 pilot districts, just to make it clear what we're doing with that. Another one is informed by our registrar about a drop date for a class that might span more than one semester. And then there's one other item just to clarify the distance learning protocol in an ISD. But again, those are minor updates. There's nothing new from the state or anything of that nature.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Motion been made. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to consider an act on dual credit memorandum of understanding. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Next on the agenda is to consider personnel matters. The board will convene in closed session in accordance with the Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Codes 551072, 551074. See y'all in a few minutes. Yes,
There's none, sir.
we have no further business. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn.
Second. Been made. Do we have a second?
Second.
Leanna seconded. All in favor of adjourning?
Yeah.
Say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Welcome, we're adjourned.
Okay.